Hello. Hello. Azim.
Hello, yes, tell me. Hello. Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
We can hear you.
Yeah, tell me. What is the doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
could you share yesterday's recording in the group?
Actually, after a week only, we'll get the recording. Okay. So
Yeah, okay.
we will share actually.
Yeah, okay.
Fine. Guys, can you quickly confirm? Is that my screen is visible?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
It is visible. Okay, fine. You can able to see my whiteboard, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Guys, okay, right. So can you quickly confirm what we have covered yesterday? So we have seen the first day session, right, with respect to manual testing. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in that, what we have covered, like we spoke about what is manual testing and why do we need to do the testing first. And along with that, we also covered some number of topics like what are the two different
Yeah.
companies are available, like what is service-based company and what is a product-based company. And guys, I'm getting some background noise from your side. So can you please note it? Yeah. So what is the service-based company and what is the product-based company that we discussed? And then we moved into two types of IT projects, right? One is we have a project called B2B, a business to business project, business to business application, and we have a business to customer application. So those kind of, the important terminology we have covered. And along with that, I also spoke about, right? So there are, three types of life cycle. So in case of testing, right? So in my thorough the session, right? நம்ம அடுத்து பார்க்க போற ஒரு 1.5 மாசம் 2 மாச கோர்ஸ்ல so what major thing that we are going to focus, so we are going to focus on different life cycles, right? What is software development life cycle and what is the software testing life cycle and the bug life cycle, right? இந்த மூணு லைஃப் சைக்கிள் தான் கிட்டத்தட்ட நம்ம அடுத்த ஒரு மாசம் 1.5 மாசம் எடுத்துட்டு போக போறோம், right? So remember, under the development always, we should know what is the step basically we have to follow. That's nothing but a software development life cycle. As a tester, tomorrow you are the tester. right? We are the tester. What basically we are going to test, how we are going to test, what kind of steps that you are going to follow, that we are going to follow in order to make a better product. So, which is providing the good quality along with error free, and also we need to make sure in the deadline we need to hand over the product to the customer, right? For that, of course, we need a testing. Then, suppose if you are finding one bug, if you found one bug, so what are the steps that we need to remember, right? So that comes under your bug life cycle, right? Fine. See, guys, today, whatever the application that you are using, whatever the application that you're using, it might be an Amazon or Flipkart, Google, Myntra, eBay, Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, whatever the application it is in your fingertip, it is in your hand. So that application crosses the software development life cycle. அவங்க சாஃப்ட்வேர் டெவலப்மெண்ட் லைஃப் சைக்கிள் ஒரு ப்ராசஸை ஒரு 6 months 1 year 3 months ஃபாலோ பண்ணலனா definitely you cannot see the software in your fingertip, right? So then it is necessary that without software development life cycle, without a process, whatever the things that you are doing, that is unproductive. It is not a productive one. It will not give the quality. You will invest the money, but you will not see the profit. You will not see the end product. The customer won't be happy, right? You will not submit that in particular deadline. So that's the problem. If you are not following a proper software development life cycle. Then let's talk about, we can talk about what is software development life cycle. Appo இந்த நாளுடைய first topic, what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss about software development life cycle. If someone is asking, SDLC means what? It is nothing but software development life cycle. Software development life cycle. So then what is software development life cycle? What is software development life cycle? It is an end-to-end, process of creation of software. It's a process of creation of software, is nothing but software development life cycle. If someone is asking, right, can you tell me what is the software development life cycle? So the step-by-step procedure, that we are going to follow, in order to make the software, in order to make the software, is nothing but your software development life cycle. You know software, you know what is development, and what kind of step by step that procedure that I'm going to follow. That's nothing but a life cycle, right? Everyone has the life cycle, right? If you take doctor has their own life cycle, right? And teacher, they have their own life cycle. If you take maybe a driver, they have their own life cycle. Take farmer has their own life cycle, right? Everyone has their own life cycle. In the same way, yes, of course, we are all human, we are all maybe follow certain number of steps, but each and every life cycle is different. But that's not I'm talking now. I'm talking about what is software development life cycle. ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்டை நம்ம டெவலப் பண்றோம், அதுக்கு நம்ம ஃபாலோ பண்ற ஸ்டெப்ஸ் என்ன, அதுதான் சாஃப்ட்வேர் டெவலப்மெண்ட் லைஃப் சைக்கிள். ப்ராடக்ட் ஆரம்பிச்சதுல முடிகிற வரைக்கும் நம்ம என்ன ஸ்டெப்ஸை ஃபாலோ பண்ணோம், தட்ஸ் நத்திங் பட் அன் சாஃப்ட்வேர் development life cycle. If someone is not following the software development life cycle, what is the result? If someone is not following the software development life cycle, what they are saying, right, I'm going to develop the software, but I'm not going to follow the software development life cycle. Then the result is either they will not develop the software, efficiently, or otherwise that software has more bugs, more error, or maybe you have wasted the money, or otherwise you didn't complete in the particular deadline, something will happen, guys. That's definitely it's a negative. It's not a positive. No, because the software development life cycle has some steps, guys. There are 7 steps you have to remember in order to make a better product, in order to make one quality product without a bug. If you follow these 7 steps, you can able to deliver one well-designed product, well-designed software. Then for that, you have to follow certain steps. You have to follow a certain step. You have to follow these 7 serious steps. So what are they? What are they? So to understand this one, suppose, consider like, maybe we'll take this example. Say suppose there is a farmer, right? You all know farmer. Definitely you know farmer. Farmer, Vyavasayam, right? Vyavasayam, right? Consider like there is a farmer company. There is a farmer company. I'm not talking about the farmer. I'm talking about the farmer, right? The farmer company. Consider there is a farmer company, and you know it is not an IT job. It is not a government job. It is not a corporate job, but it's a farmer company, right? Suppose there is a company, they are doing maybe a kind of agriculture, right? They are doing some kind of agriculture, right? Maybe 100 employees, maybe in a particular land. They have many acres, right? They have 100 employees, they are working in the farmer company. So after a couple of years, maybe after 10 years or 15 years, today, you know, right? Everywhere we have a technology, right? Everywhere we have a technology. So in today industry, you know, wherever you see, it is a technology. Okay. So let me take this farmer company. What they are thinking, like they are seeing this technology and all, right? Even, you know, if we travel in the bus also, everyone, we are using the mobile, like Android and iOS, and we are playing the game, and we are maybe doing a different kind of culture, right? The culture got changed. Now, what this farmer company or the farmer, maybe a chairman or the farmer head, right? Definitely there is a farmer means there would be head, right? What this head decide, what this guy is decided, like saying that maybe we have 100 employees, right? For them, I have to capture some login and logout time. What they're thinking, like login and logout time. So I will give you one additional thing, guys. You know, right? The actor Napoleon, right? He is in USA, right? So Napoleon, actor, right? USA. So avanga like USA, like he has many lands, right? Maybe recently news பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. ஸோ ஒரு பிகின் வுட்ஸ் பேட்டியில சொல்லும் போது என்ன இருந்துச்சுன்னா, கிட்டத்தட்ட அவங்க கிட்ட ஒரு 100கணக்கான எம்ப்ளாயி ஒர்க் பண்றாங்க. அவங்களுக்கு அவர் ஒரு ஐடி கம்பெனி வச்சிருக்காரு. நெப்போலியன் ஒரு ஐடி கம்பெனி யூஎஸ்ஏல வச்சிருக்காரு. பிளஸ் அது இல்லாம ஃபார்மரை விரும்பி செய்துட்டு இருக்காரு. அவர் என்ன பண்றாரு, அங்க வந்து வேலை செய்யற விவசாயிகளுக்கு ஒரு ஆப் ஒன்று டெவலப் பண்ணிருக்காரு. அவங்க டெய்லி வரும்போது லாகின் லாக் அவுட் பண்றதுக்காக. அந்த ஆப்ல இப்ப விவசாயம் ஒண்ணு இப்படி கிடையாது, லைக் 30 நாள் எத்தனை நாள் வந்தீங்க அப்படிலாம் கால்குலேட் பண்ணுவாங்க. நீங்க எத்தனை நாள் வந்தீங்க அதுக்கு பேமெண்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. இட் இஸ் நாட் லைக் மண்டே டு ஃப்ரைடே, நாட் லைக் தட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் அன் ஐடி ஜாப், ரைட்? ஒருவேளை நீங்க 20 நாள் வந்தீங்க வரலாம், 10 நாள் வந்தா வரலாம். அதுக்காக அவர் என்ன பண்ணாரு, he made one app. அவர் ஐடி கம்பெனியை பயன்படுத்தி, ரைட்? கன்சிடர் லைக் அவருடைய ஐடி கம்பெனி நேம் எனக்கு தெரியல. சே சப்போஸ் அவருடைய ஐடி கம்பெனி ஏதோ ஒரு நேம் வச்சிருப்போமே, லைக் டிசிஎஸ். டிசிஎஸ் அவருடைய கம்பெனியில டாடா அது, பட் பெட்டர் டிசிஎஸ். ஆர் மேபி சிடிஎஸ், வாட் எவர் இட் மைட் பி. ஐ கேன் மேக் இட் அஸ் டிசிஎஸ் ஆர் சிடிஎஸ். இந்த ஃபார்மர் கம்பெனி கண்டிப்பா ஃபார்மர் என்ன பண்ண போறது கிடையாது, ஒரு அப்ளிகேஷனை டெவலப் பண்ண போறது கிடையாது. Right? They are not going to develop the application, right? Because farmer, they know the agriculture and all, but they don't know how to develop the software and all. Because for that only there is a IT engineer, right? Again, IT engineer don't know like how to do the farming, like how to do the agriculture and all, right? That also we have that. See, consider like this TCS, maybe a kind of, or CTS, it's a service-based company. What this farmer company is doing, they are approaching this TCS and CTS saying that, hey, we have 100 employees. We have 100 employees. For them, can you please help us to develop an app? Can you help us to develop an app that's to capture the login time and logout time? That's to capture what? A login time and logout time. Right. So immediately, what will happen? The TCS and CTS maybe try to understand what is the requirement of the farmer. What farmer is saying, hey, we just need to, find the maybe a login time and logout time. For that, we need that. Finally, this app, at the month end, it should say the salary. How much salary has to given to the particular, maybe a particular farmer, right? For that, they need the app. Okay. So suppose, and right, these two company has some agreement. They will have the agreement. There is no mutual trust and all, guys. Don't think like why would you pay agreement put. They will prepare some kind of document. They will prepare some kind of document. That document we can call it as SLA document. When I say SLA document, service level agreement. We can call it as service level agreement. It's a document, agreement. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, ஒரு அக்ரிமெண்ட் ஒன்று போட்டுப்பாங்க. அதுல என்னென்ன அவங்க பேசியிருக்காங்களோ, இந்த அமௌண்ட் இவ்வளவு நாள்ல முடிக்கணும், இந்த ஆப் இந்த பர்பஸ்க்காக அப்படின்னு ஏதோ ஒரு விஷயம். நான் இதை பத்தி நான் நிறைய பேசுறேன் லேட்டர். சர்வீஸ் லெவல் அக்ரிமெண்ட், ஒரு அக்ரிமெண்ட் ஒன்று போடுறாங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் சேர்ந்து. ரைட். இப்போ இந்த சர்வீஸ் லெவல் அக்ரிமெண்ட்டை கலெக்ட் பண்றாங்கல்ல, டிசிஎஸ் சிடிஎஸ்ல இருந்து ஒரு பர்சன் அவர் என்ன பண்ணணும், இந்த ஃபார்மர் கம்பெனில இருந்து அந்த ரெக்யர்மெண்ட்டை கேதர் பண்றாரு பாத்தீங்களா, அவருக்கு பேர் என்னன்னு தெரியுமா உங்களுக்கு? சர்வீஸ் பேஸ் கம்பெனியா இருந்தா அவருடைய பேரு பிஏ. பிஏ என்ன அர்த்தம்? பிசினஸ் அனலிஸ்ட். அவருக்கு பேரு பிசினஸ் அனலிஸ்ட். இந்த ஃபார்மர் கம்பெனி கொடுக்கிற ரெக்யர்மெண்ட்டை கலெக்ட் பண்றாரு பாத்தீங்களா, அவருடைய கலெக்ட் பண்றவருக்கு பேர் என்னது? பிசினஸ் அனலிஸ்ட்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. பிஏ அப்படின்னு சாதாரணமா சொல்லுவாங்க. ஒருவேளை நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்ற கம்பெனி ப்ராடக்ட் பேஸ்ட் கம்பெனியா இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, அங்கேயும் அவரே தான், பட் அவருடைய பேர் வேற. டிசிக்னேஷன் என்னன்னா அவருக்கு பிஎம். பிஎம்னா ப்ராடக்ட் மேனேஜர். அவருக்கு பேர் என்னது? ப்ராடக்ட் மேனேஜர். ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே டிசிக்னேஷன் தான். நான் மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் தி டைம் நான் ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது என்ன புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டேன்னா, சர்வீஸ் பேஸ்ட் கம்பெனில ஃபார்மர் கம்பெனினா என்னது? இன்னொரு கம்பெனி. இந்த ஃபார்மர் கம்பெனி கஸ்டமர் கம்பெனின்னு சொல்லலாமா, இல்ல கிளைண்ட்னு சொல்லலாமா? இவர்தான் கிளைண்ட். அப்ப இந்த கம்பெனி இருக்குல்ல, சர்வீஸ் பேஸ்ட் கம்பெனி, இந்த ஃபார்மர் கம்பெனில இருந்து ரெக்யர்மெண்ட்டை வாங்குவாங்க. அப்ப இந்த டிசிஎஸ் சிடிஎஸ்ல ஒருத்தர் ரெக்யர்மெண்ட் வாங்குறாரு பாருங்க, அவருடைய பேர் தான் நான் சொல்றேன். யாரு? அவர் பேர் பிசினஸ் அனலிஸ்ட். ஒருவேளை ப்ராடக்ட் பேஸ்ட் கம்பெனியா இருந்தா அவரையே நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? அவரை நம்ம ப்ராடக்ட் மேனேஜர் அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்றோம். So far clear? Any question? So far clear, guys?
Clear.
Everyone?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. Now let's talk about software development life cycle. SDLC. இப்போ நான் SDLC நான் என்ன சொன்னேன், கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 7 ஸ்டெப்ஸ் இருக்கு. அந்த 7 ஸ்டெப்ஸை ஃபாலோ பண்ணா நம்ம ப்ராப்பரா அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்டை டெவலப் பண்ணிடலாம் அப்படின்னு நான் சொன்னேன். ஸோ தேர் இஸ் எ ஃபார்மர் கம்பெனி, ரைட்? இந்த ஃபார்மர் கம்பெனி கிட்ட இருந்து we have to first what? We have to collect the requirement, right? That's nothing but requirement collection. What we can call requirement collection. Who will collect the requirement? The BA, business analyst. In case of product based company, we can call it as product manager. We can call it as the product manager, PM, product manager. So the first step is we have to collect the requirement. From whom? யார் கிட்ட இந்த ரெக்யர்மெண்ட் கலெக்ட் பண்றோம்? ஃபார்மர் கம்பெனி கிட்ட இருந்து. அந்த ரெக்யர்மெண்ட் வாய்மொழி பேச்சா இருக்கலாம், இல்ல ஒரு டாக்குமெண்டா கொடுக்கலாம், எப்படி வேணா இருக்கலாம். அது ஒரு டாக்குமெண்டா இருக்கலாம். ஃபார்மர் கம்பெனி ஒரு நல்ல தெளிவானவங்க, நல்ல இங்கிலீஷ் தெரியும், இல்ல அவங்களுக்கு நல்ல எழுத படிக்க தெரியும், அவங்களுக்கு டெக்னாலஜி தெரியும் அப்படின்னு வச்சுப்போம். அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? they will give it as a document, அவங்களுடைய ரெக்யர்மெண்ட். இல்ல அவங்க வாய்மொழியா தான் பேசுவாங்க அப்படின்னா அதுவும் பாசிபிள் தான். அகைன் இட் வில் வேரி கிளைண்ட் டு கிளைண்ட். எல்லாருமே டாக்குமெண்டா கொடுக்கணும்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது. அந்த இன்ஃபர்மேஷனை தரவா கலெக்ட் பண்றதா யாருடைய வேலை? இவங்களுடைய வேலை. பிஏஓ இல்ல ப்ராடக்ட் பேஸ்ட் கம்பெனியா இருந்தா ப்ராடக்ட் மேனேஜர் ஆகும். சரி, அப்போ who will collect the requirement? The collection of requirement which is done by the BA or the product manager. So once we collect the requirement, we know what we should do. இவங்க என்ன பண்ணணும் தெரியணும்ல? என்ன தெரியும்? ஒரு ஆப் நம்ம டெவலப் பண்ணணும். அந்த ஆப் என்ன பண்ணணும்? லாகின் டைமையும் லாக் அவுட் டைமையும் கேப்சர் பண்ணணும். அவங்க உள்ள வந்த டைமையும் வெளியே போன டைமையும் பேஸ்ட் ஆன் தட் மந்த் எண்ட் சேலரியை கால்குலேட் பண்ணணும். இதுதான் வந்து ரெக்வயர்மெண்ட். இது சாதாரண ரெக்வயர்மெண்ட், சிம்பிளா இருக்கிற ரெக்வயர்மெண்ட், ரைட்? ஸோ இந்த ரெக்வயர்மெண்ட்டை பிஏ கலெக்ட் பண்ணியாச்சு. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப் என்ன? ஒன்ஸ் த ரெக்வயர்மெண்ட் இஸ் டன், the next step in your software development life cycle is the feasibility study, which is nothing but feasibility study. Now the question is, what is mean by feasibility study? Feasibility first. What is feasible? Feasible means what? Possible. Is it possible or not? Feasible means முடியுமா முடியாதா? Is it possible or not? Once we got the requirement, இந்த feasible study ல என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, நம்மளுக்கு ரெக்வயர்மெண்ட்டை கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. என்ன ரெக்வயர்மெண்ட்? நான் ஒரு ஆப்பை டெவலப் பண்ணேன். ஆப் எதுக்காக டெவலப் பண்றேன்? லாகின் அண்ட் லாக் அவுட் பண்றதுக்காக, ஒரு எம்ப்ளாயோட சேலரியை கால்குலேட் பண்றதுக்காக, ஃபார்மர் எம்ப்ளாயோட சேலரியை கால்குலேட் பண்றதுக்காக. இப்ப என்ன ஆகும்னா, இந்த இடத்துல முக்கியமான ஆளுங்களா கூடுவாங்க. யார் யாரு? ஃபினான்ஸ் டீம், மணியை போக்கஸ் பண்ற ஃபினான்ஸ் டீம். ரெண்டாவது ரிசோர்ஸ் டீம், ஹியூமன் ரிசோர்ஸ் டீம், HR ஹியூமன் ரிசோர்ஸ் டீம். அண்ட் டெக்னிக்கல் லீட், முக்கியமா யார் இருப்பாங்க? டெக்னிக்கல் லீட்னா யாரு? டெக்னிக்கலா ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருக்கிறவங்க. இந்த TCS CTS கம்பெனில இருக்க HRs, எல்லா HRம் கிடையாது, இந்த ப்ராஜெக்டுக்காக யார் ஒர்க் பண்ண போறோம்னு நினைக்கிறாங்களோ அந்த HR, அந்த கம்பெனி யார் அசைன் பண்ணுதோ அந்த HR. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஃபினான்ஸ் டீம், யார் மந்த் எண்ட் ஆன சேலரி போடணும், யார் டாக்ஸ் பேமெண்ட் பண்றது, அந்த கம்பெனிக்கு ஒரு ஃபினான்ஸ் டீம் இருக்குல்ல, அந்த ஃபினான்ஸ் டீம். அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த கம்பெனில இருக்க டெக்னிக்கல் பர்சன் யாரு வேணா இருக்கலாம். டெவலப்பரா இருக்கலாம், டெஸ்டரா இருக்கலாம், இல்ல மேனேஜரா இருக்கலாம், லீடரா இருக்கலாம், இல்ல CTOவா இருக்கலாம். அது நம்ம அப்புறம் பேசுவோம். டெக்னிக்கலா ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருக்கிறவங்க இவங்க 3 பேரும் அந்த மீட்டிங்ல என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, BA வந்து இவர்கிட்ட சொல்லுவார், இங்க பாருங்க, ஒரு கம்பெனிக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ரெக்வயர்மெண்ட் இருக்கு, இந்த ரெக்வயர்மெண்ட்டை நம்ம டெவலப் பண்ணி கொடுக்கணும், இது முடியுமா முடியாதான்னு இந்த மீட்டிங்ல நம்ம பேசுவோம். அப்ப ஃபினான்ஸ் டீம் எதை ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணி பேசுவாரு? இங்க பாருங்க, பட்ஜெட் என்ன, இந்த பட்ஜெட் அவங்க தராங்க, இந்த பட்ஜெட்டுக்கு நம்ம கிட்ட ஆல்ரெடி எம்ப்ளாயி இருக்காங்களா, நம்ம ரெக்ரூட் பண்ணணுமா, இல்ல ஒருவேளை ரெக்ரூட் பண்றதா எவ்வளவு செலவாகும் இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் நம்ம பண்றதுக்காக அப்படின்றதெல்லாம் ஃபினான்ஸ் டீம் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணும். ஹியூமன் ரிசோர்ஸ் டீம் ரிசோர்ஸ் தான் மேனேஜ் பண்ணும். ஆல்ரெடி எம்ப்ளாயி இருக்காங்களா, இல்ல அந்த எம்ப்ளாய்க்கு ஏதாவது ட்ரைனிங் கொடுக்கணுமா, இல்ல இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட்காக புதுசா ஏதாவது எம்ப்ளாயி நம்ம ரெக்ரூட் பண்ணணுமா, கிராஸ் ட்ரைனிங் ஏதாவது கொடுக்க வேண்டிய நீடு இருக்கா அப்படின்றது HR டீம் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணும். டெக்னிக்கல் லீடோட வேலை என்னது? ரெக்வயர்மெண்ட் இப்படி இருக்கு, இது காம்ப்ளெக்ஸா ஈஸியா, ஒருவேளை காம்ப்ளெக்ஸோ ஈஸியோ இந்த எந்த ப்ரோக்ராமிங் லாங்குவேஜ் நம்ம பயன்படுத்த போறோம், எந்த டூல்ஸை பயன்படுத்துறோம், இது எத்தனை வருஷம் ப்ராஜெக்ட், எந்த மாதிரி நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ணணும், என்ன கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ப்ராசஸ் நம்ம ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். அப்போ அவருடைய மைண்ட் ஃபுல்லா டெக்னிக்கலா இருக்கும். இப்போ இவங்க 3 பேரும் எல்லா ப்ராஜெக்டும் எடுத்துக்கணும்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது இல்ல. ஒருவேளை வர ப்ராஜெக்ட் நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு ப்ராஃபிட்டை கொடுக்குது, வர ப்ராஜெக்ட் நம்மளால பண்ண முடியும், இங்க எல்லாத்தையும் பண்ண முடியும் நம்மளால சொல்ல முடியாது இல்ல. சப்போஸ் ஒரு எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் வருதுன்னு வச்சுப்போம், ஒரு கிளைண்ட் கிட்ட இருந்து கால்குலேட்டர் ரெடி பண்ணு அப்படின்னு ஒரு எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் வருது. நம்ம ஈஸியா கால்குலேட்டர் ரெடி பண்ணிட்டு போயிடலாம்ல, ஏன்னா கூகுள்லயே கோட் இருக்கு, காப்பி பண்ணி பேஸ்ட் பண்ணா ஒரு கால்குலேட்டர் ரெடி பண்ணிட்டு போறோம். பட் ஏதோ ஒரு புது விஷயம், ஏதோ ஒரு புது டெக்னாலஜி, அந்த விஷயத்தை பத்தி நான் அவேரே ஆகல, ஃபியூச்சர்ல வர ஒரு டெக்னாலஜி, அதை பத்தி ஒரு ரெக்குவயர்மெண்ட் வருதுன்னா எப்படி என்னால ஹேண்டில் பண்ண முடியும்? அப்போ நான் முடிவு பண்ணணும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட், அதுக்கான ரிசோர்சஸ் என்கிட்ட இருக்கா, அந்த பட்ஜெட்குள்ள என்னால க்ளோஸ் பண்ண முடியுமா, அகைன் இந்த டெக்னிக்கல் ஸ்டஃப் நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்கா அப்படின்ற விஷயத்தை என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, they will discuss under your feasibility study. Feasibility study, the place where we will decide whether we can take the project or we can not take the project. நான் இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் எடுத்துக்கலாமா எடுத்துக்க வேண்டாமா இதை பத்தி ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ற இடம் தான் feasibility study. எல்லா ப்ராஜெக்ட்டையும் எடுத்துட்டு சொல்லவும் முடியாது. Are you getting my point, guys? So far, any questions so far?
No, no. No.
Right. Once the feasibility study is done, right, maybe finally இந்த மூணு பேரும் சேர்ந்து அப்ரூவ் பண்றாங்க வச்சுக்கோ. They are approving, saying that hey, we can take the project, no issues. The technical lead is saying, right, hey, we will manage this project, no issues. We have a technical ability, we have a technical tools, we can able to complete. And finance team also saying, right, hey, we will get the profit, definitely we'll get the profit. Because you know this project we can complete within this span of time. And we can able to close it within a budget. And HR is also saying, right, hey, we can hire the people. Or we already have the people, we can give the cost training. Or we already have the people, they can able to work on. Like that, you know, HR team will focus on resource management. Fine. Now, once it is approved, what is the next stage? The next stage is design. Next stage is design. Design. Then what is meant by design? Who will involve in the design? See, we got the requirement, and the requirement is given by the former company to the Infosys or TCS. Now TCS as the BA, he collected the particular requirement and given to what? The finance team, HR team and technical team. Finally, they have decided, right, hey, we can approve this project. And then it will go for design. Who will involve in the design? Right? Designing will be taken care by architect. Every company, there is a guy called architect. What this architect guy will do? See, this architect guy, he will design. He will do the design. So when I say design, what is design? What is design? See, suppose I have a land. Like I have a land. I'm going to construct a new building. Right? So for that, you know, I am reaching out to one architect, you know, right? Architect is the guy, he will sketch it, right? Yes. I will reach the same guy, architect, the civil architect. What I'm saying, right? I am going to construct the building. My land size is, the breadth is, say, I have a breadth of 30 and I have a length of 40. So which is around 1200 square feet, right? 1200 square feet. Now, can you give me a better choice in order to build my house? I'm reaching out the architect. Now, what architect will do? Immediately he will go for CAD. He has some CAD software, right, in this laptop. Or at least he will go for some chart, right? He will take some paper and he will write like a 30 breadth and the 40 is the height. Right? After a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes, he has to give the answer. What is saying, right? A 30 into 40. What maybe we can do is saying, right? We can have the hall. Initially, maybe we can have the hall. Is saying that this is the hall. After that, he is telling, right, we can place the 2 bedroom also. So this is my bedroom number 1, and he is saying this is my bedroom number 2, and we have a path also. And finally, maybe we can have some kind of garden, and we can go for the first floor. Like that, you know, he will give some design. That design we can call it as high level design. This is nothing but a high level design. When I say high level design, what it means? High level design means 1200 square feet. Here you can place the hall, here you can place the kitchen, here you can place the bedroom, here you can place the bathroom, and you can place the garden, and you can have the first floor like that. Immediately you can give the high level design. In the same way, in IT company also, what will happen? Your architect, based on the document, right, he is receiving from the business analyst. He will design high level design document. High level design document. Suppose, let me take a typical e-commerce application. Take it, you know, right? E-commerce application, right? I have Amazon. It's an e-commerce application. If someone is asking, right, hey, can you give me some high level design? I can tell, right, hey, initially we have the registration page. It means that sign up page. And then we have a sign in page. It means that login page. Then we can search the product. And we have add to cart. And we have a payment. And finally, we can see the confirmation page, right? Every page, every application has some high level part, right? That's nothing but a high level design. This is nothing but a high level design. See, suppose what the farmer company asked. What the farmer company asked? The farmer company asked what? Login and logout feature and salary calculation feature. Then what is the high level? High level is login. High level is logout. High level is salary calculation. I'm not going deeper into it, right? I'm not going like in login, we have a username, we have a password, we have a login button, we have a forget password. I'm not talking about the deeper. Here I'm talking about, see, when I construct the building, I'm talking about here I have the hall, here I have the kitchen, here I have the bedroom. I'm not talking about, right, what the door that I'm going to use, what kind of plumbing material I'm going to use, what kind of electricity that I'm going to distribute, what kind of wiring system that I'm going to follow, and tiles what I'm going to use, right? What is the flooring concept? What's the paint color? Am I going for deeper? No, I'm not going deeper. Only I am focusing on the features. Only I am focusing on the overview. The high level, we are focusing. That's nothing but a high level design document. Initially itself, your architect, he will prepare some high level document. By using this high level document, he will prepare low level design document. Along with it, he will prepare the low level design document also. So what is low level design document then? Suppose, let me take a login feature. I can take one feature, login feature. Hey guys, in IT company, sometimes we can call it as a feature or we can call it as a module. Both are same. Module is nothing but a feature. Login is nothing but a feature. Right? See here, we have username. Here we have username. Now you can see one text box here. It is called as a text box. And we can see the password. Here we can see the password. Again, you can see the text box. It is called as a text box. And we can see one button also. This is the button, right? The button is login button. Login button. And sometimes you can see, right, a forgotten password link. Forgotten password. If you want to reset your password and all, you can see one link, right, which is called a forgotten password. Along with it, nowadays we are seeing the remember me also. Remember me. In future, I don't want to log in once again. You have a checkbox, right? When you click on the checkbox, you are remembering the password. Remember me. Yes or no? Then each one, right, we can call it as a component. What we can call? We can call it as component. It is called as a component. It is called as a component. And this one is a component. This is called as a component. This is the text box. This is the text box. This is the button. And this is a link. And this is again checkbox. It is nothing but a checkbox. See, in every module, you have what? You have a many fields, right? You have a many components. In the high level design document, you can see only a modules. You can see only a modules. But if you go with the low level document, low level design document, in each module, what are the components in it? What are the fields that you have included? That you can see it. So your architect responsibility to prepare high level design document. From the high level design document, he has to prepare the low level design document. He has to prepare low level design document. Why we are preparing the high level design and low level design document? Guys, everything, if you have a picture, you can easily imagine, right? Yes or no? If you have a picture, if you have a design, if you have an image, later you can tell, right, hey, this is how our application should look like. After 6 months or 1 year only, you are going to get the product. But if you don't have some design, if you don't have some imagination, will I able to see the final product? Definitely the developer and tester should get some idea, right? How my software after 6 months or 8 months, it should look like. For that reason, every company, they have the architect, they will responsible for preparing this high level and low level design document. High level is a kind of high level, that's it. Low level design document, in each module, you are going inside and you are seeing the different component, how it is look like. So that will talk about the design. In design phase, who will involve? The architect. The architect will involve. Are you clear this? Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Any questions so far? This is the 3 levels of software development life cycle. In that, any question? What is the requirement collection? What is the feasibility study? And what is the design? Who will involve the design? Who will take care of the feasibility study? Who will take care of the requirement collection? Any questions so far?
So basically, high level design is like the overview, low level design is like the features in it, right?
High level design, it's a kind of, what are the modules? When I say login, registration, card, payment, it's a module or feature. But if you go with the low level, in each module, what are the components? What are the fields that you are going to include? You will go deep into it.
Okay, okay.
Suppose if you take payment, payment is one module. If we take payment is one module, right? Inside the payment, you can see, right, many options. Whether do you need to go for UPI, or are we going to deal with the credit card, or is it going with the debit card, or is there any coupon code that you have? There are many options, right? And inside the option itself, you can see the many options. Can we go with the EMI, 3%, 8%, 10%, no cost EMI? Or do you have any benefit like paying the credit card, you are getting any discount? So that is nothing but a low level design. Are you clear?
Yes, yes, Dinesh.
Yeah. So once the requirement collection is done, once the feasibility study is done, the designing is completed, what is the next phase? The next phase is the important phase where there is a coding phase. You know who will do the coding? The developer. The developer. Developer, by referring the high level design document, the developer, by referring the high level design document, low level design document, he will start coding. Maybe he use Java, or he may use .NET or Python, JavaScript. There are hundreds of technology. There are thousands of technology available. I'm not sure which technology. It is all purely based on project to project area. In the feasibility studies, itself, they will decide which technology we can go for. But anyway, then next phase is coding. Coding, who will involve? The developer. The developer has to start write the coding by looking into the low level design document. He has to prepare the application. He has to write multiple. He is good in technical. He is good in maybe a coding. So that's the guy, he will start write a code in order to develop any application, right? After design is completed, immediately it is the developer responsibility. What the developer will do, hey, can you give me low level design document? Oh, this is the requirement, right? Okay, I can start coding. I can open my Eclipse, I can open my IntelliJ, I can use the database, anything, any technology, any whatever that is required for that particular project, right? The developer responsibility, maybe one developer or two developer, a 3 developer, we are not sure, right? There are hundreds of developer also in a project, or 10 developer, 5 developer. We are not sure, right? Based on the project capacity, right? What the developer has to do, the developer has to write the code. Maybe in a company, you can see a developer lead also. In a company, you can see some senior software engineer, senior developer. In a company, you can see like junior software engineer. There are different designations, right? You can see the developer lead, or you can see the senior software engineer or junior software engineer, right? So these people, what they will do, they will start write the code in order to make the product ready, in order to develop the application, right? So once the application got developed, consider like my application got developed. What is the next phase? What is the next immediate phase? It is our phase. It is your phase. It is our phase. What is that? What? That's nothing but a testing. Testing. Testing is the place. It is the phase where we are going to test our product. Or we are going to test our product. Here only we are going to follow different life cycle. I'm not going deeper into the testing now. Later, anyway, we are going to cover those topics and all. As of now, just remember, like we are going to do the testing. We just going to do a testing. Who will do the tester? You know, right? Tester. Who's the tester? Like maybe a testing side, you have a test lead, or maybe a senior test engineer. Testing is also called as quality engineer, senior quality engineer. Maybe there might be a manual tester, or there might be a junior test engineer, a junior quality engineer, or there is a quality engineer, right? There are different designation. What these people will do? These people will start test your web application, which is done by the developer. What they will do? They will compare. What the tester will do? They will compare. Hey, this is the requirement. I have to compare this requirement with the developed software. Whether is it meeting the requirement? If it is not meeting the requirement, immediately I'm going to raise the bug. I'm going to raise the error. Saying that, hey, developer, you made the mistake. Can you correct it? Right. So this is a testing. Tester responsibilities. It makes sure once this product is into the line, before that I have to identify the bug as much as I can. The product, it is going to deploy into the customer end. It should be the error-free product. It should be the 100%, no more than 100%. It should be the quality product that I have to distribute to the customer. That's the aim of tester. That's the aim of testing, software testing. Here we have a manual tester, here we have an automation tester, right? Maybe a senior testing lead, whatever it might be. So all are, the only focus is I have to test the application and I make sure when it is crossing me, finally it should be a quality product. There shouldn't be any error. There shouldn't be any bug. Right? This is the testing phase. So anyway, we are going to talk a lot about the testing, right? That's what our syllabus also. Next 1.5 months, we are going to talk a lot about the testing, but as of now, testing is something we got the requirement. We already know the requirement. The software is also ready. I'm going to compare. Is it meeting? Is it meeting? So once the testing is completed, consider like I have completed my testing. What is the next phase immediately? I am saying, right, I have just done like, hey, it is approved. I'm saying it is approved. No bugs. If I say no bugs, I'm informing no bugs. In that case, what will happen? Immediately, we will go for the next phase, which is an important phase, which is nothing but release. The phase called release. Release, sometimes we can call it as implementation. Release is nothing but sometimes we can call it as implementation, or we can call it as installation, or we can call it as a deployment. All are same, guys. Don't think like this is a different terminology. Not like that. Release or implementation or installation or deployment. What you are going to install? Where you are going to install? In the production environment. Where you are going to install the software. Then only we can able to see the product, right? Production environment. It's a live environment. It's a live environment where the customer can able to see your application. Right? Once the tester approved, then only that changes, that application will be deployed into the final environment, which is nothing but a production environment, a live environment, customer facing environment. Right? Once you release the product, customer will see that application. If they are finding the bug, that's a failure, guys. That is the failure of entire team. The developer failed, the tester failed, the company failed, the project failed. We can tell like this. Right? So when we miss any product, right? If we are missing our testing, it means that is the failure of entire team. In IT company, it is called as failure. Error is different, bug is different, defect is different. But failure is nothing but we are releasing the product to the customer end, but customer, they found one bug. It's called as a failure. It is called as a leakage, bug leakage. It is called as bug leakage in the customer environment. So now, who will release the product? Who will release the product? The releasing the product, sometime maybe that will be taken care by a field engineer. In every IT company, you can call some designation called a field engineer, or they may also called as a release engineer. They also called as a release engineer. Nowadays, who is releasing the product to the customer end is nothing but a DevOps engineer. This word you definitely hear a lot, right, in the today market, DevOps engineer. So DevOps engineer or field engineer or release engineer, they will deploy your application into the environment, into the server, web server, the production server, live server, customer end, they will deploy. Then only customer can. If you ask me, hey, in every IT company, in every IT project, field engineer only they are deploying, I cannot say like that. Maybe theoretical wise, yeah, we can say like that. But in real time, sometimes the developer also they will deploy the application to the production. Developer also maybe act as a release engineer. In some company, tester also acting as a release engineer or field engineer or DevOps engineer. In some company, the product manager act as a release engineer. Right? Again, it will vary guys, project to project. Whoever knows right how to release the product to the customer, they maybe we can call it as a release engineer. In some company, right? Earlier I was working with a company, right? The company name is Simpress India actually. So it is a product-based company actually. It is in Bangalore. So when I was working with that particular company, right? So whenever any feature, that got released, right? As a tester, I have to test it thoroughly. When I approve the testing, right, immediately it will go for developer only. The developer, they deploy the code into the production environment. Then I can call, right, the developer in that situation, he acts as a release engineer or field engineer, right? And earlier, I was working with the Capgemini also from 2017 something, right? I was working with the Capgemini. That time, my product manager only they will release the product. Even the developer no, the tester also know. The product owner, right? The business analyst, they only release the product to the customer. Then maybe I can call that guy also a field engineer or a release engineer. And I was working with one more company also. Right, that company name is WeThink. It is a startup based company. It is in Perumbakam. It is in Chennai actually. Right, at that time, it is having only 30 to 40 employees. I'm not sure now. Maybe I'm not sure like how many employees are there in that particular company. In that particular company, the quality engineer, the senior quality engineer, they only release the product to the customer environment. Right. In my experience, I have seen, right, developer they have released. In Capgemini, some other guy got released, and in WeThink, the person, the quality engineer, the senior quality engineer, they have released the product. So again, it will vary company to company, but to be frank, whoever releasing the product to the maybe a production environment, basically we can call it as a field engineer or release engineer. Nowadays, who is taking care of this particular operation? A DevOps engineer. DevOps means development plus operations. Again, I don't want to go again deeper to DevOps. DevOps is one designation. What they will do, they will deploy the application to some server. Then only the customer can be able to see. Right. Once this release is completed, is it everything is completed? What do you think? No. No. Because we have a next phase actually. We have a next phase. What is the next phase? Next phase is nothing but maintenance phase. Next phase is nothing but maintenance phase. Now, if you ask me who will do the maintenance, developer and tester actually. Who will do the maintenance? Developer and tester. Tester means QA, quality analyst, or quality engineer, or quality control. There is a difference, guys. What is quality analyst? What is quality control? What is quality engineer? Let me talk about later. But remember, so maintenance will be taken care by your developer and tester. Now, hey, we release the product to the customer environment. The customer, they can able to see the application. Then why do we need the maintenance? See, suppose guys, in Amazon also we are buying the mobile. That time, no, they are giving, right? Hey, you have a 30 days time. Suppose if you are not satisfied your mobile, you can give it, right? We will refund, or you can buy the another mobile. Why they are giving? It's a kind of a maintenance activity, right? Suppose I'm buying one water purifier. They are giving around 1 year or 2 year warranty kind of things, right? It means that you first or 6 months or 8 months or 1 year, right? They will give me service free of cost. They will come to my home and they will do the complete service. And if there is a repair, they will give you another maybe water purifier also. So that kind of a maintenance activity, the people they will take care, right? In the same way, initially I told you, right? Whenever there is a former company and there is a company called my company, which is maybe a CTS. and this is my former company, and they have some kind of agreement, right? That agreement is the service level agreement. In service level agreement itself, clearly, they have written saying that, hey, this many years or this many months, you have to give the what? You have to give me a maintenance. The developer and tester, every day they have to concentrate on that particular application, saying that is there any bug? Suppose your former company is saying that it can be added some more features here. Hey, can we remove this some features from here? Or can we change some other application? Like that, if the former company is saying for that 1 year or maybe 6 months, based on the service level agreement, this company should take care, right, by the developer and tester. For that reason, we have a finally the phase called what? Finally, we have a maintenance phase. Right. So remember, we have 7 steps, guys. We have 7 steps. One is the requirement collection. Another one is feasibility study. And we have a design phase. And we have a development. Development means coding. Then we have a testing. Then there is a phase called what? There is a phase called a release or installation. Finally, we have a maintenance phase. So without these 7 steps, no product will provide the quality. If a company they are not following the 7 steps, they cannot create one quality product. Right? Maybe this life cycle, right? Software development life cycle, it may vary, guys. As I initially mentioned, right? Maybe doctor will follow their own life cycle. The policeman, they will follow their own life cycle. Teacher, they will follow the different life cycle. Driver, they will follow the different life cycle. In the same way, the project to project, the requirement to requirement, your software development life cycle may vary the way in which we are implementing. But definitely, this all of these steps should be available in every project, in every application, in every client, in every employee they are working with some project. But the implementation may vary. That's the reason we have a different life cycle. Tomorrow I'm going to concentrate on the different life cycle. Some company they will follow waterfall model. Some company they will follow V model. Some company they will follow the spiral, and someone is following the agile. And we have the iterative model. Like that, we have many models, guys. We have many life cycles. It will vary project to project. We cannot say all the projects are same project, right? Here we have a lakhs of projects, crores of projects. Each and every project they are following the different kind of a life cycle. So based on that, they will opt one of the life cycle from the software development life cycle. Again, I'm not going to talk. Right? Later, tomorrow, we will talk about the different development life cycle. But are you guys clear with this 7 step? Again, still, I didn't go deeper into software development life cycle. Only I have given the overview. Any questions so far?
No.
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 Everyone, quickly, can you confirm any question on your software development life cycle, whatever that I have covered so far?
No.
Okay. Fine. Super. Right. Now, say guys, one more, maybe a quick and a small topic. It's not a topic again. You must know because you are entering an IT company as maybe a fresher or maybe an experience, right? Definitely you should know, right, how the company hierarchy. I'm not going to talk about the complete company hierarchy. I'm going to talk about only the technical thing. Who will design the technical part? Who are responsible for technical things? Who are involved in technical parts? See, right? Remember, guys, always, when you join any IT company, any IT project, the first person, CEO, Chief Executive Officer. Again, I don't want to talk about this guy. He's not a technical guy. He's the company, maybe a chairman or company owner, whatever it might be. Right? Let me not talk about the CEO. But the technical person who is reporting to CEO is nothing but CTO, which is nothing but Chief Technical Officer. Chief Technical Officer, right? Some CTO, right? So this guy, did you remember, right? In feasibility study itself, there is a technical lead. In feasibility study, what I mentioned, I have mentioned, right, technical lead. Maybe this technical lead may be a CTO because he is the good in technology. He knows a different technology. He knows what are the technologies trending in the market, right? So this is the guy, who will take care of the complete, the technology part. Chief technology officer, a technical officer. So he will take care of the complete technology. Suppose if you go with one project, right, he will tell you, hey, we can go with this programming language. Hey, we can go with this particular framework. Can we use this kind of database? Can we use this kind of cloud? And we can go with this kind of authentication, everything, whatever the term with respect to technical terms. So most of the time, right, the chief technology officer, chief technical officer, he aware of those. So is the technical or technology officer. So he is the topmost guys for our technical queries. But we cannot reach out directly, but I can say, yes, that is a technical officer. And then you can find it an architect is. And you can find the architect in every company or in every maybe a multiple project. The company has an architect. Right? Already I told you who will design the architect. Maybe under the architect itself, multiple architects are also available. I'm not sure. A company to company vary. So he will directly report to your city architect. Also, he also good in technology, guys. He also good in technology because he is the one, he will prepare the document, he will draw the high-level design document, he will draw the low-level design document. Sometimes the tester will face some issue, sometimes the developer they will face issue. The architects, this is also guy who is very, very good in technical. Is very, very good in technical. Who is that much confident in technical. All the technical skills. Then there is an architect. And under this architect, maybe you can find some engineering manager. You can find some engineering manager. Some company may have the engineering manager. A multiple engineering manager you can find it. Under the architect, you can find the engineering manager. They are the manager. They are not technical. Okay, they are not. They know actually technical, but not that much kind of an architect. Not that much. Their responsibility to manage the people. Manager means they will manage the people. They will manage the resources. They will assign the task. They will ask the task to be completed. They will make sure end of the day he has to what? He has to report to architect. Architect, what he has to do? He has to report to CT. He has to report to CTO. CTO, what is the duty? He has to report to CEO. Right? There might be engineering manager, multiple engineering manager. For each engineering manager, maybe there is a different test lead. Sorry, there is a different lead actually. A technical lead you can find it. Maybe a technical lead, or maybe consider like maybe a development lead, a developer, technical developers. It's a lead, and you can find the one more technical developer lead, or you can find the testing lead, test lead. For this engineering manager, we have a test lead and developer lead. Like that, every engineering manager, under that you can find some developer lead and some testing lead. Like that, you can find it. And then, if you go with the developer lead, now below that you can find like some senior development engineer, maybe a senior software engineer, multiple senior software engineer, you can find it. Under the testing lead, you can find like senior testing engineer, multiple, maybe the junior test engineer. Here also you can find a junior software engineer. Right, you can able to see senior software engineer and junior software engineer. The multiple senior software engineer, multiple junior software engineer, multiple senior testing engineer, multiple junior testing engineer. Like that you can able to see it. Right. So like that, your company have more hierarchy. You have a chief technical officer, and then we have an architect, and you have an engineering manager. Below that, you can see the test lead. Below the test lead, you can see different engineers, some manual testers, some functional tester, some non-functional tester, different testers, different engineer, different development engineer, UI UX developer, database engineer, Oracle developer. Like that, you can find a many hierarchy, right? So tomorrow, if you join, you will be under the test lead. Maybe you might be a senior test engineer, or you might be a junior test engineer, or you have many designations in the IT company. You have a consultant, associate consultant, senior consultant. We are not sure, right? You will get some kind automation tester, manual tester, whatever it might be. Cool. So this is not an interview question again. I just need to give some kind of knowledge about how the company look like, what kind of role you can expect when you join an IT company. It is not a fixed one, right? But definitely you can find this kind of hierarchy in every IT company. If it is a big IT company, you can see many engineering manager, many test lead, many architect, many developer, many tester. If it is a startup company, definitely you can see this hierarchy. But someone how many members of developer and tester we cannot tell, right? So again, it will vary. Any questions so far?
No, no.
No.
Fine. If you don't have any question, I'm also good, guys. So whatever that I have covered so far, if you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, say we will see tomorrow. Okay, may know the responsibility of delivery manager. Yes, Emmanuel, delivery manager is nothing but your product, safely it is released to the customer end. So delivery manager is the head of, DevOps engineer, or is the head of field engineer. He is the head of maybe a release engineer. In every company, there is maybe if you go with the Capgemini and all, there are many delivery engineers. Their responsibility, finally the product should reach to the customer. They are the one directly they will have the contact with the customer, because end of the day, delivery manager responsibility to to make the product to be available for the customer, right? Again, every company, they are not having the delivery manager. Suppose if there is a DevOps team, there are 4 or 8 DevOps teams are available. Then above that, you can see the delivery manager. So delivery manager is a kind of, they will manage the delivery people. Who is the delivering the product to the customer? Definitely that the DevOps engineer, right? Field engineer, the service engineer, those guys. Kindly share the recording video today on the stage. So Balamurugan, I will not share the recording today. So you have to wait. I will definitely share you after a week. Okay, guys. Do you have any other question? Do you have any other question?
No.
No, sir. Thank you.
No.
Fine then. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for your time. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.